G'day and welcome to Videodrome Cinema. I found 10 fun and interesting facts about the film Spider-Man 2. Originally, they were planning to start production on the film in February of 2003, but they actually had to push filming because Tobey Maguire was injured. He had awful back pain after the first one, and they even talked about maybe changing out the actor, and Jake Gyllenhaal would have taken his place. In the end, Tobey Maguire decided that he was going to take the role. His agent ended up asking for either $25 million or 10% of the profits from Sony, but they didn't give him that. Alfred Molina was Sam Raimi's choice for the role of Doctor Octopus. He really enjoyed Molina's role in Frida. The actor had to lose some weight because he actually had to gain some for his role in Frida. Alfred Molina actually named the mechanical arms Larry, Harry, Mo, and Flo. The upper right hand one was Flo. That was actually operated by a woman, and Molina said that that was his caretaking arm that gave him water or took his glasses off. There's a scene in the movie where Jonah Jameson says that he'll pay $50 for a Spider-Man costume, and he gets told that, oh, I'd get more money on eBay for this. This was actually inspired by true life events, because during the first one's shooting, 4 Spider-Man costumes disappeared, and after about a year and a half of investigation, they arrested a security guard and his accomplice, who were the ones who ended up stealing these costumes. Originally, the film would have been called The Amazing Spider-Man, which they ended up using for the 2012 reboot. They used a focus group to test out possible titles. So the people in the focus group had to actually decide what combination of words as the title they liked the best. They threw around titles like Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man No More, and even Spider-Man Unmasked. There are 2 characters in this film who, according to Spider-Man comic book lore, become his enemies. One of them is John Jameson, who becomes Man-Wolf, and the other one is Kirk Connors, who becomes a lizard. We don't get too much of Dr. Connors in the film, but you can see that one of his arms is missing, as was also the case in the Spider-Man comics. In the shots where Dr. Octopus has the mechanical arms on, those scenes were actually shot with prop arms. But the scenes where the arms are carrying him, there the arms are actually CGI. And Alfred Molina was suspended in this like carabiner, and they kind of like pulled him, levitated him around set, and then drew in with CGI the arms carrying him around. For the hospital scene, they had prop arms and CGI as well, and they're very proud of the end result and how with the cuts you can't tell where the actual prop starts and where the CGI ends. The actual prop arms were really expensive to make, so they actually had security guards just taking care of the arms. Out of the entire budget of the film, $54 million was just for the CGI and the special effects. In the beginning, there was a bunch of different drafts of the screenplay. One of them had a much younger Doctor Octopus. There was also a version where Spider-Man would have had a fight with Doctor Octopus and the Lizard, and it was in this scene that Black Cat would have come and helped Spider-Man. A lot of fans say that Punisher actually has a cameo in the film, because there's actually a scene where it kind of looks like for a second that Thomas Jane is there. The studio actually officially said that this isn't true. The stuntman just looks like Thomas Jane. This also kind of can't be possible because originally for the Punisher they didn't choose Thomas Jane. So at the time when they were filming Spider-Man 2, Thomas Jane wasn't actually the one one who was cast in the role of the Punisher. The film's soundtrack was composed by Christopher Young. He had to step in at like the last moment to do the film score. There's a theme that can be heard when Doctor Octavius shows his invention. This might ring familiar from the Hellraiser films. This is because Christopher Young was the composer for that score as well. For the role of Dr. Octopus, they were in talks with Chris Cooper, with Robert De Niro, with Ed Harris, and Sam Neill. So these are the interesting and fun facts I was able to find about Spider-Man 2. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the bell so we can notify you about new content. Thanks, come and visit us again soon. Bye.